Yeah, hi friends. My name is Chandan Sudeep and welcome back to my channel. So if you're planning to appear for the Energy Auditor exam or Energy Manager exam in 2026, so this is an important video for you. This is part 8 of the video series that I have prepared. So I have also prepared 7 other videos on how you have to register for the exam, what kind of things are required. So I have shared a lot of information and details and updated details on the registration process. So go to the other 7 videos which I have already uploaded on my channel, friends. This is part 8 of the video where I'm going to share mainly the common mistakes that we do and we should avoid while registering for the exam, friends. So this is an important video for all exam aspirants who wants to appear for 2026 Energy Auditor exam or Energy Manager exam. So you should avoid few mistakes. Otherwise, what happens? Your form or your application may get rejected or BW may ask you for more information. So better to avoid those mistakes. So let's go through the BW exam registration mistakes which you should avoid, friends. So registration mistakes to avoid for the Energy Manager and Energy Auditor exam is very much important to understand, friends, because I have seen a lot of people doing these mistakes which will be literally creating a problem for you. Either your application gets rejected or maybe you may be asked to resubmit or maybe asked to update few things and it will take it more time for you. So before and prior to submitting the form, prior to uploading the documents, let's understand what all mistakes we should avoid such that the entire journey of registration is literally smooth for you, friends. And why this matters? Because registration errors can lead to formal rejection. That's what I said. A delay or disqualification. So your all effort and time will be wasted if the form gets rejected, right? So let's try to understand that this is very much important and this matters a lot. Correct registration ensures exam eligibility, admit card issuance, and smooth participation, right, for the exam, friends. So mistake number one, a wrong email ID, which I have also repeated in other videos. So let's try to understand the pointers here. The wrong email ID and mobile number. So if your email ID is not correct, so you will not receive the OTP, which for the verification emails, right? So you have to have the email ID correctly. And second thing is you should not use any email ID you like, right? Your email ID should be the permanent ones. Older email ID you should use, which you use it permanently, right? Because this email ID is useful not only for OTP logins, but also going forward, a lot of updates, a lot of information you will receive from BEE. Keep on receiving, right? Your admit card or any other things or hall ticket, a lot of things you'll receive on your email, right? So email ID should be correct. There should not be any wrong email ID. Also, any email ID do not add into your form, right? So this is one important point. Same with the mobile number. So mobile number also should be your permanent mobile number, older mobile number, not randomly whatever mobile number if you have, you just add it. No, because this will create a problem for you, right? So be sure that the email ID and the mobile number is correct. Also, permanent email ID or permanent mobile number you should use for the registration process, friends. Mistake number two is the personal details. Generally, what happens like wrong name spelling or incorrect date of birth or mismatch with the ID proof. So whatever you upload, whatever you add, like Aadhaar details, PAN details, passport details, whatever you do, whatever you add should be correct enough. Do check the spelling mistakes. Let's say if you have given the wrong date of birth, because number of times once you qualify for the exam, if you want to download the certificate, they'll ask you for the date of birth. So if you have given the wrong date of birth, and at that time if you are uh, uploading or registering the right date of birth, there will be a mismatch. So make sure that the date of birth is correct. Your name should be correct. Even if you qualify for the exam, the certificate you get with the name, right? So if you write a wrong name, a spelling mistake is there, it will be a problem for you because the certificate also will contain the wrong name with the wrong spelling, right? So make sure that the spelling of your name should be correct, date of birth should be correct, ID proof, there should not be any mismatch, right? So these things should be kept in mind, otherwise your application will be rejected, friends. Mistake number three, uploading wrong or blurry documents. So whenever you scan the documents before uploading, make sure that it is scanned properly. Wrong file size or format, low quality signature image. For example, you have to self-attest the documents you are uploading, like for example the educational documents or for the experience documents or your caste documents or certificates, whatever you are uploading, that has to be self-attested. So when you sign it and when you scan it, make sure that it is visible clearly. There should not a blurry image or blurry photo should not be there while you upload. So low quality signature image will be rejected, right? Or incorrect certificates. So whatever you upload, make sure that documents which are required in the prescribed format is only uploaded. No extra documents should be uploaded, and documents should be properly scanned. So whenever you get scanned, make sure that it is clear and visible, right? So otherwise they will ask you to re-upload the documents, re-register. So this will again create a problem for you, waste of time, and maybe that your application is getting rejected, friends. Mistake number 4 is wrong experience details. Yes, the details as per the eligibility criteria, that has to be kept in mind. Okay, for the EA, what are the eligibility criteria and which criteria falls into picture for you. So you need to understand, okay, this is the criteria for me, and according to this criteria, I am eligible. So what are documents required as per experience? Let's say for example 2 years experience required or 3 years experience required. Which field of experience do you have in energy or related fields? So all this has to be clearly, documented. So whatever experience certificate you upload should be correct ones. Wrong experience, let's say you uploaded any experience you have not related to energy or other related profile, so in that case it will be not accepted by BEE. So you have to make sure the criteria and which criteria you fit in, and for that whatever documents as per experience certificate is required, you have to have the valid and correct experience details submitted as a proof. Otherwise it will not be accepted, friends, right? Mistake number 5 is choosing wrong exam category. Let's say suppose if you want to prepare for EM or appear for the EM exam, Energy Manager exam, instead of EA, but you selected EA. So this will be a problem because you selected EA, but you wanted to appear for EM, Energy Manager exam. So the criteria varies for EM and EA, and documentation or kind of experience also varies. Now suppose you wanted to have the exam for EM, but you selected EA. So BEE will ask you for EA eligibility criteria documents, right? Express documents. There it will be a mismatch, and then there will be a problem for you. So, and also the application will get rejected, friends. So you have to understand which exam you are applying. So you have to correctly choose the exam, right? EM for the energy manager, EA for the energy auditor, right? And the kind of experience you have to choose the category of the exam, friends. Mistake number 6 is missing deadlines. Generally, what people do, they wait for the last hour, and when deadline approaches, that time they try to hurry and upload all documents. Let's say suppose something is missing or gap is there in your documentation, whatever you have uploaded. So BEE will reject it, and then it will create a problem for you because deadline will cross. So better to have all these things done beforehand and not wait for the last hour. Late registration or late fee payment will be, if you have late fee payment, it will reject your application, friends. So, and registration will not be accepted, and there will be no admit card also for you. So better to have all these things done beforehand, not wait for the last hour, friends. Mistake number 7 is not reading NPC BEE guidelines. I have told number of times in other videos also, please read all the guidelines. First of all, you need to understand whether you are eligible or not as per the criteria. And I have prepared other videos where it is clearly visible for you whether you are eligible or not. You can check the eligibility criteria for EM, Energy Manager, also for the Energy Auditor. So I have already uploaded the videos. You can go through to understand and understand what is required, what kind of documentation required, what are the eligibility criteria, and which eligibility criteria you fit in. So all the guidelines I have tried to upload. I have prepared videos, separate videos on them. You can go through the videos, friends, in this channel itself. But you should read also the NPC and BEE guidelines before you start filling up the form or uploading the document. Mistake number 8 is incorrect educational details. your education details is important, like the experience details, right? So if you have the wrong educational details uploaded or submitted, the application will be rejected. Verification will be failure for you. So they will not accept the application, and then you will not be eligible for sitting for the exam, friends. So whatever education documents you upload, first of all, it should meet the criteria, the eligibility criteria. One of the eligibility criteria for the energy manager, or if you're taking exam for energy auditor, that also any one of the eligibility criteria which I have already mentioned in my videos. You can go through any of the eligibility criteria for energy auditor exam or energy manager exam. You should qualify, and consent document related to the criteria you should have, and you should upload those documents while you register for the exam, friends. Mistake number 9, not saving registration documents. So you log in and then you apply. So if you not save the credentials, right? So it will not be a problem for you, because there will be no backup of the uploaded documents. And impact will be that difficulty during admit card download, no proof of registration. So while you try to download the admit card, they will ask you few things. So whatever you register, so all the documents should be saved properly at some place, right? Because that may be required at any time, right? By BEE for any verification, right? So keep all the documents saved somewhere, right? So final tips for safe registration. Registration should be done early. Do not wait for the last hour. Double check every details, your name, your email ID, your phone number, everything should be properly checked while you submit the registration for friends. Use correct documents, whatever for the education, for the experience. Use correct documents. Follow NPC BEE guidelines, whatever been given. I have uploaded number of videos. You can go through them. Keep copies of everything. Whatever you upload, whatever you submit, keep a copy of it, because that may be required by BEE for any verification going forward. So keep it. Avoid last minute rush. Don't wait for the last hour. Start the registration process as early as possible, for friends. So let me know in the comments if you are planning to register for exam 2026, right? This will give me an understanding whether you are going to prepare for exam this year or next year, or what are your thoughts, friends. Do share with me in the comment section, friends. And thanks for watching that video. I hope the content was useful to you. So you can share your thoughts, your inputs on email ID. I'll drop the email ID in the description below. Also, you can follow me, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll give the link in the description. You can like, share my videos if you found the content useful. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to upload a number of videos now on different topics, on important topics, like what are the key concepts which is required for exam preparation, what should be your roadmap for the exam preparation, how you should prepare your exam such that you can clear the exam in the first attempt only. So all this kind of documents, all this kind of videos I'm going to upload in this particular channel, friends. So please subscribe the channel and also share the video with your colleagues, friends, whoever wants to prepare or appear for the exam 2026 or going forward, right? I hope the content was useful to you. Please do comment if you have any query or suggestion for the next video you want me to prepare. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and keep learning, friends. Bye.